When Cardi B and Offset were spotted together at the Super Bowl in February of 2017, most people saw a celebrity spark, a rumor waiting to ignite. But through the lens of intimate relationship science, what was happening was the initial stage of attraction and relationship formation, something Bradbury and Carney emphasize as driven by proximity, similarity, and mutual influence. Even before they met, they had unknowingly collaborated on Lick, showing how shared goals can create a foundation for connection long before emotional intimacy develops. By June of that year, Cardi's interviews reflected what the textbook describes as self-expansion, the process by which partners feel their world broaden through one another. Cardi said meeting Offset motivated me to work even harder, highlighting how early relationships can increase feelings of competence, opportunity, and growth. This process often creates intense early bonding, making relationships feel both exciting and high reward. But with reward comes rising expectations. By August, Cardi was publicly hinting about commitment, expressing her desire for marriage. Her comments echoed the commitment processes and future orientation described by Bradbury and Carney. As partners become more interdependent, their outcomes become increasingly tied to one another. Cardi was envisioning a shared future, and that vision became even more concrete when Offset proposed on stage in October. What the public didn't know, however, is that they had already married a month earlier in private in their bedroom. That secret wedding perfectly illustrates interdependence theory. People commit more deeply when the relationship becomes central to their daily functioning, when they feel the partnership is part of their identity. They were creating a closed dyadic system where decisions, dreams, and vulnerabilities were shared. Yet, the same intensity that strengthens a relationship can also expose its fragilities. In late 2017 and early 2018, cheating videos surfaced, plunging the couple into what the textbook refers to as trust violations and betrayal trauma. Cardi's instinct to defend the relationship publicly reflected what researchers call the investment model. When people feel they've invested heavily, emotionally, financially, publicly, they are more likely to stay despite dissatisfaction or transgressions. Cardi repeatedly emphasized that outsiders didn't understand their private reality, a classic response when commitment is still high, even as satisfaction fluctuates. Her Cosmopolitan interview revealed another key concept: relationship maintenance and self-worth. Cardi insisted she wasn't staying because of low self-esteem. Rather, she believed in working through conflict with her partner. This aligns with findings that highly committed partners often rely on accommodation, responding to a partner's negative behavior with patience or forgiveness to preserve the relationship. Their first pregnancy announcement in April 2018 marked a major shift into the transition to parenthood, one of the most stressful periods for couples. According to Bradbury and Carney, this period magnifies existing relational patterns. It can intensify interdependence, but also amplify conflict, fatigue, and miscommunication. Their secret marriage became public, symbolizing a relationship that was both treasured and tested. By late 2018, Cardi announced their breakup, explaining that they had grown out of love. Growth, of course, is central to relationship trajectories. Satisfaction naturally fluctuates over time. But her later reconciliation with Offset showed another frequent pattern. Partners often cycle in and out of commitment when attachment, desire, and shared investments remain strong. Their reunion at the Super Bowl party and Grammys highlighted what the textbook calls relational ambivalence, feeling both strong positive and negative emotions toward the partner simultaneously. In 2019, Cardi revealed that they sought help from priests, prayer, and mutual effort to repair their bond. This reflects dyadic coping, partners working together to reduce stress, and forgiveness processes, which Bradbury and Carney note can restore trust when both partners show genuine behavioral change. The following year brought more highs. Extravagant gifts, holiday celebrations, and joint public appearances reflecting rituals of connection that many couples use to reinforce bonding. But 2020 also brought another turning point. Cardi filed for divorce again. Her explanation that the relationship was irretrievably broken parallels the textbook's discussion of enduring vulnerabilities and long-term incompatibilities, factors that often predict dissolution more than isolated conflicts. Yet, once again, they reconciled. Cardi admitted missing her best friend, speaking to the emotional interdependence that forms in long relationships. She talked openly about desire, comfort, and familiarity, key elements of relationship satisfaction even amid conflict. Their second child arrived in 2021, another milestone in their evolving interdependence. But by 2023, the cycle of accusation and defense resurfaced, this time with Offset accusing Cardi of cheating. Cardi's fiery response illustrated negative reciprocity, a communication pattern in which negativity escalates rather than resolves. Research shows this pattern predicts relationship distress, and we see it unfold here. Public arguments, defensiveness, emotional volatility. By December 2023, Cardi announced she was single. Her explanation, "I didn't know how to tell the world," demonstrates the role of social networks and audience effects in modern relationships, where breakups require managing both personal feelings and public narrative. But like many couples with long histories, shared children, and deep attachment, they remained physically close at times. On New Year's Eve 2024, Cardi admitted they slept together, capturing what relationship science calls attachment activation. Former partners seeking comfort, familiarity, or intimacy, even after separating. Finally, in August 2024, Cardi filed for divorce once again and announced a new pregnancy. Her message, "With every ending comes a new beginning," embodied post-relationship growth. She spoke of renewed power, balance between work and love, and her identity as a mother. Her words reflect the textbook's themes of resilience, self-redefinition, and the capacity for individuals to evolve beyond their relationships. Whether Offset is the father or not, Cardi's emphasis on her children, her personal strength, and her future echoes one of the central lessons in intimate relationships. Relationships shape us, challenge us, hurt us, and grow us, but they never entirely define us. Through love, betrayal, forgiveness, conflict, closeness, and separation, Cardi B and Offset lived out every major concept Bradbury and Carney describe about how real relationships rise, fall, and transform.